Sometimes when you cannot find the words to really describe how you feel, it's best to turn to literature for guidance. And so, to express my feelings towards Katrina and her current situation as we see it on the season 2 premiere of Sleepy Hollow, I like to turn to an oldie but a goodie, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Now we're going to turn to chapter 16 through the trapdoor in which Hermione, Ron, and Harry have all been captured by Devil's Snare. Now, Devil's Snare, Devil's Snare. What did Professor Sprout say? It likes the dark and the damp. Still not a fire, Harry choked. Yes, of course. But there's no wood, Hermione cried, wringing her hands. Have you gone mad? Ron bellowed. Are you a witch or not? And so I passed that question along to Katrina Crane. Are you a witch or not? Sleepy Hollow Season 2 started off with fucking with my feelings because I see Ichabod and Abby about sharing cupcakes, looking sad. I'm hearing Katrina's dead. I'm hearing Jenny's dead. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I not seeing this death? I'm thinking, great, a fucking time jump. One of the worst things that you can do in a show, especially a year-long time jump. Thankfully, it was a trick set up by Henry Crane, also known as the Horseman of War. He was using Ichabod and Abby's situation and these false memories as a way to get them to reveal the location of Benjamin Franklin's key. Benjamin Franklin had a key which could open the gate to purgatory, helping to release Morlock, who is the current ruler of purgatory, and to release him and his demon army. And it was in the possession, knowledgeable possession of Jenny, who had acquired the sketchbook and information about the sketchbook much earlier on, about 4 years ago. With this information now known to Henry, he sends Ichabod back in the box and puts Abby back in purgatory. And then our show really begins again. And I was just relieved as fuck to have my girl Jenny back and alive. Because I was thinking to myself, they killed off Jenny and aren't even going to show me. And I had to watch in flashbacks and be tense the whole time wondering when it's going to hit. I'm going to be really agitated. But thankfully Sleepy Hollow knows better. And we see that Jenny is alive and well. She gets questioned by Henry and the other members of his little Hessian group, but eventually she escapes because she's a boss. Can I just say to myself, okay, I'm watching this show and I'm watching Jenny Mills, regular human girl. Her sister's a witness, but she's regular. Yes, she has been trained to do these things, but she manages to escape from the cuffs on her own, stab and kill her guard, and be a general baddest. Okay? Praise. Then we go to Mildred Hubble, who is supposed to be this boss witch. We've been hearing all season 1, she's a boss, and I'm looking forward to that. Remember, I love witches. Witches are my favorite, fantasy creature. Love it. I'm ready for it. I'm like, Katrina's gonna be free. We're gonna get rid of her cryptic talk, and we're actually gonna have shit happen. She come to Earth, can't move a twig. And she tied up in a rope. What she do when she get free, she stabbed him in the head. Are you not a witch? Can you not do nothing? Like, I understand that your battery isn't charged because you've been in purgatory for a hella long time, but you are not in purgatory now. I'm guessing that you have been out of purgatory for a good couple of hours. You can get a little brain spark. Like, come on, girl, come on. Even Bonnie, when she was just learning to be a witch, could give someone a brain aneurysm. You can't do that. Witches in East End can do some simple left. You can't do that. Feminism can't save Katrina from just my complete disinterest. When she's on the screen, I'm just like, I don't know why y'all fighting over her, but bless and please take her away, because I can't. It's the incompetency. And like I said before in the video I made about my thoughts for the episode. The writing for Katrina is a super failure, but it started off as being like, oh, this is a failure, to being like, this is sad. Like, you need to really fix her, because if she's gonna be a damsel in distress when she's supposed to be a powerful witch, I'm just not feeling it. I can't. Like, free Katrina from whatever plot bubble you have her in, because I just can't deal with Mildred Hubble. I can't do it. But let's go on to happier things. So Ichabod, he's stuck in this box, but he realizes there's sulfur in there, and it creates his own kind of makeshift gunpowder, and escapes from his little box and finds Jenny breaking into the warehouse with an automobile. And it's so funny because, like, you know, Jenny's doing her thing. You know, she got her shit going. Ichabod comes crashing in, just, you know, doing his thing. But then Jenny says, like, oh, we gotta go reverse. Can't drive. I love. See, this is what I like Ichabod. Ichabod is the best when they play off his fish out of waterness and have him be generally just like a nice, caring guy. Because then that scene happened before. I think later on where no, it happened before, where in the illusion world, he wanted to just go after the horsemen instantly to go get Katrina, and Abby, revenge for Katrina, because of the thing, Katrina was dead. We should be so lucky. And Abby was like, yo, gotta think about the plan. Gotta think about the larger picture here. And he was like, you right, Abby. And it took him a while, because that Ichabod, when you let him do what he wants, he will do some dumb shit. So then it was that. Abby's in purgatory. You know, she meets up with John Cho. Always good to see him. Because I'm not watching Selfie, I don't think so. This is gonna be my John Cho fix. And he tells Abby about Morlock's mirror, which will allow her to bring Ichabod's spirit here and talk, which is what I thought Katrina was doing with magic in Purgatory last season, but apparently she couldn't even do that. So you're just making this worse and worse for yourself, Caddy. Just making it worse and worse. But they meet and they hug, and it is beautiful, and 1,000 hearts erupted in my soul and spirit, and I was just like, Lieutenant and Crane, you're so cute. They have so much good chemistry working together, and Abby even is like, yo, what if this is a trap? Maybe I should stay here. And Icky's like, no, girl, you crazy? I love you. He didn't say that, but he was saying it without the words. He was basically saying, like, boo, you know, we rather die. And I was like, Abby, you shouldn't even ask this man a question, because if he's going out his way to go save Katrina, who can't do a thing, you know he coming after you. So let's just keep it real. But I think, like, Jenny just kind of, like, you know, even though I was happy to have Ichabod and Abby together, later on when Jenny and Abby got back together, I was like, yes, my sisters. Feelings all over, tingly. I love family reconciliations. That just is great. But Abby and Ichabod make a plan to have Ichabod enter the purgatory door, which he finds out by looking at the sketchbook, finding that it's written in Benjamin Franklin's alphabet, and you know, he didn't like Franklin, blah 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 blah. Basically, he finds the key, finds the doorway, get in there, get his boo, they get out before Murloc can attack them. And there's a scene where, like, one of Murloc's little phonies pretends to be Ichabod, and she did her little Risa Hawkeye moment where she's like, you didn't call me Lieutenant, slice in the face, because he calls her Lieutenant. That's not the right word, haha. And I was just so happy, and I think that's how I can describe my whole feeling during this episode. I was just happy. I was happy to have this show back. I was happy that it was still a good, well-written episode. I was happy that, you know, all the characters that I really cared about were alive. I like that they built up more tension. Like, I think that they really have a great lead from this episode to the next, with the end when Henry has failed and Morlock is still I keep calling him Murloc. What am I saying? Like, where the demon is still trapped behind his wall, and he summons the armor for War to go out. And, you know, flaming sword, which is, you know, classic, you know, oldie but a goodie. When you gotta get biblical, do what you gotta do. And it was a great ending, and now we have to go save Katrina next episode. I'm just like, whatever, girl. Like, The only thing that happened during Hussey is that we realized that Andrew is thirsty. And I'm like, you ain't let this shit go? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is, like, she ain't Kikyo. Why you still about this? I can't. But please, can they do something with Katrina? Like, I am ready to flip and be her best friend if they could just give me a reason. Just if they let her levitate a twig, I'll already start liking her. If she could just do basic magic, because it's starting to be like the secret circle where it's gonna take her like 3 hours to just do one thing, and if she keep trying to attack people with knives, like, you are a witch, use your powers, witches kill only with magic. But overall, loved it, loved my Abby. The only thing I gotta say is that I sometimes, like, Ichabod told, like, I knew everybody and like, I love how you go lick Jefferson's balls, we got a problem with Benjamin Franklin. Stop, because you tripping, because, like, you would, Ichabod, you would like Jefferson's grimy ass. Listen, Franklin, he was gangster. I love Franklin. I mean, he got his issues like all them old bastards did, but he was cool. You know, he was having a good time and friends get his worth on, you know. I have respect. Better than Franklin because he trifling. I can't wait for next week. I want more Abby. I just need more Abby in general. So I'm excited to see where everything goes. And I love Henry as a villain. You know, I'm glad that he still seems very much secure in destroying his parents, because, to be fair, they ain't shit anyway. So work it out.